Hi to all my YouTube friends, new and old. Christine here, Skinny Brit to be. Oh gee, every time I sit down in front of the camera I forget. Okay, this is an update, post RNY gastric bypass. It must be, it's week 70 something. I had my surgery on the 18th of January 2011, so read into that whatever week it is. It must be about 75. I'm still maintaining at quotes an ideal BMI. I'm hovering between 154 and 155, making a loss of over 180 pounds. I can't even, it must be 182 pound. Yeah, since I began my surgery. Not all of that, as most of you are aware. I lost some before surgery, so that wasn't all post-surgery. So anyway, that's my weight update. I've not been around a lot. I'm very sorry. I have been trying to keep up with YouTube videos, etc. But I've had oh gee, has life really does start to intrude sometimes. I've had an awful lot on my plate, and I've just had 2 days from absolute hell. I tend to be the lead counsellor sort of within my family, etc. And for the good or bad of it, all the problems tend to come to me, and I do seem to have a knack of calming situations down, etc. and sorting out priorities, etc. But it's been a very traumatic couple of days, so I'm coming to you with a non-scale victory as a result of it. Wednesday really was an absolute day from hell, and I was out all day, almost totally unprepared for being out all day. All I had with me from about 10 o'clock in the morning, no, from 8:30 in the morning, I'd had my breakfast, and all I had with me was an apple, because I expected to be home shortly after a normal lunchtime, and I thought an apple would keep me going. I did have fluid, etc., and I did have access to coffee. But by the time I arrived home at about 5:30 in the evening, I was very upset, and I was knowing that I'd got to do something to sort out something for tea, and I really didn't feel like cooking. And, you know, in the past, my husband and I would have said, oh, well, okay, we'll go and get some fish and chips. And my immediate thought was, oh, let's go and get some fish and chips. But then I realised that I didn't think, let's go and get fish and chips for me. It was go and get them for my husband, so that I didn't have to set to and cook for him. I could just pile something very, very easy on a plate and just sit down with it. And to me, that was a tremendous non-scale victory, that after a truly awful day, my first thought was, you know, to help sort him out, because he's brilliant. He knew that I was delayed, etc., and he knew I was going to be upset. He was quite prepared to sort of cook, etc., or do whatever, but he wasn't going to pester me while I was out and dealing with the rather difficult situation. And he would have set to and got himself something anyway. But the very fact that my first thought was to sort him out, and that quite honestly I wasn't a priority as far as food was concerned. I mean, by that stage of the day, almost all I wanted to do was sit down with something just easy to eat. But my easy to eat thoughts no longer go towards ice cream, to chocolate, to sweets, to cakes, to bread, blah-de-blah. I was much more likely to open the fridge. And in fact, what did I have? I got something out of the freezer. It was a ready-made chicken and mushroom Cumberland pie, which was low in calories, nice lot of chicken in it, etc. I left some of the mashed potato. So I had a very healthy food day, etc. So I just thought, that made quite a strong impression on me. And also I'm beginning to really realise that I'm really enjoying being the new slim me. You know, I walk through the supermarket or the whatever shop or store it is, etc., and it's amazing how many mirrors there are around in them, etc. And I catch sight of myself in these mirrors. Don't get me wrong, I'm not purposely looking out for reflections everywhere I can find. And I walk past and I think, yes, I like that. And I don't want to go back to my old size. I got asked today, we had a Tuesday night was our support group meeting, and somebody said to me, where did I get my determination from? You know, because everybody would like a really healthy dose of it, especially when you're feeding down and plateauing, etc., etc. Where does my determination come from? And when I really think back, I think the root of it really did come from the day I started this journey by booking my appointment with the doctor, with my GP. I had reached such a rock bottom. I was so unhappy, dragging myself around. I was scared that I was going to be in a wheelchair because my legs just, you know, were causing more and more problems. And I think it's that sheer hopeless feeling that said if I don't do it and stick to it now, then that's my future. And I suppose that's why my fear is that determination will wane. I have no reason to suspect it will, except just on past performance with diets, etc. And everybody that fails on a diet or stops on a diet, I'm referring to pre-surgery diet as, you know, the cabbage diet, the Cambridge diet, the whatever diet. They've stopped it and they start to put on weight straight away, and that is always there. Oh God, you know, I failed again, and that's another sort of nail in the coffin in the past. And I've been so used to that nail in the coffin, and don't get me wrong, I'm really positive that, you know, that this is my life, this is how I'm going to be, sort of for the rest of my life, but strange. Sorry, it's given me an awful lot of reflection, etc. And of course my husband is he's just over the moon. But then, as I've always said, he's one of my biggest supporters anyway. He's lovely. What else can I say? Just loving life. Could do without the problems that I'm having to deal with at the moment. But then couldn't we all? We've all got different problems. I hear some of you talk and I think, oh my God. In so many ways I'd prefer my problems to your problems. And I do wish people that have problems get through them with some degree of comfort at the end of it, etc. Life can be extremely trying at times. I don't have a particularly deep faith in any religion or anything like that. I'm not agnostic, I'm not atheist. But I do have a sort of self-belief that I can help make things better by diplomacy and comfort and support, and I hope you all have somebody around you that gives you plenty of support. That sounds quite maudlin. Okay, I've chatted enough. It's not. I tossed up in my mind as to whether or not to actually make this video or broadcast it, because my mind is not in a good place today. But please, I'm not. I am. I'm not. I don't know. I will survive. I'm a survivor. Sorry, lots of blank moments in my thoughts at the moment. So anyway, don't worry about me, any of you. I really am doing fine. I haven't got a personal problem. I've not been diagnosed as terminally ill or anything absolutely horrendous like that. It's just an ongoing problem within the family that we have to deal with as events occur. I'm sorry, I'm not in a position to divulge the details. It's not fair on the individuals concerned. But everybody will survive, you know. It's not life or death at the moment or anything. But keeping people on track in their own lives and comfortable and reassured, and it's really important. If you've got some loved ones who are troubled at the moment, do reach out an arm to them, a helping hand. Sometimes just a sane word, a comforting word will really work miracles and help diffuse perhaps difficult situations, etc. So anyway, be kind to one another. I'm off now. I'm still not in the 10 stones for those Brits that are still talking pounds and stones, etc. Oh, just those few odd ounces to go and I'll be in the 10 stones. But the wee keeps on telling me that I'm an ideal BMI, so I'm very happy with that. And I'm, even though they're just going up and down a little bit, you know, pound a day sort of thing, varying, I'm definitely losing inches, so all my clothes just fit better and better and better and better, and I get out the sewing machine and I take in the trousers. It's my trousers. I have an awful lot of these really stretchy trousers, which some of them I actually started off as actual 3Xs, but they're brilliant because I've done a lot of sewing in my life. I just take them in. So in theory, I'm still wearing 3Xs, although any new ones that I buy of this nature are mediums. So that's British measurements. So I don't know how that equates to the Americans, but anyway, very happy with my progress. So hope you're all doing well. Speak soon. Just rambled far too much. Always rambling. Bye-bye. Bye, folks. Love you all.